Hey guys! So happy Tuesday night to everyone. I hope you're having a great night. I decided to do a Q&A here because a lot of you are actually tweeting to me and messaging me asking if I would ever be up for something like that, and absolutely. So this is the first Q&A video that I'm doing. I picked 11 questions that you guys sent me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and we'll see if you guys like this, then we can make it kind of a ritual thing. You can keep sending me your questions. Like I said, tweet them to me. You can DM them to me if you don't want, anybody else to see them. You can private message me on Facebook. You can, send them on Instagram, whatever you want to do here on Periscope. And then we can do a little Q&A session. Like I said, I have 11 questions here, and then what I'm going to do is upload it onto YouTube, so if you weren't able to hop onto Periscope, you'll be able to check it out there and see if your question was answered. So let's jump right into this. My first question is from John M, and he wants to know, how old were you when you learned to play guitar, and did you teach yourself or take lessons? It's a good question. I was actually 11 when I started to play guitar, and I actually took lessons. I took lessons for quite a while, for quite a few years, and I am still always learning new things and picking up some different things, but yeah, I was 11 years old and I did take lessons. Then we have Rachel G. When did you start singing? Did you have vocal training, and do you currently work with a vocal trainer? Well, first part of that is I was actually 3 years old in church when I started to sing, and that was really fun for me. And I think that ever since then I've always wanted to be a singer. And then I went on when I was 9 years old to kind of go out professionally and do this. I started in Broadway actually, and I went over to country. I kind of transitioned halfway through, but I've always loved country. That was always my main love. So 3 years old when I started singing, and yes, I did take vocal training starting at the age of 9. I started out in New York with Scott Coulter, actually, who has worked with Stephen Schwartz on Wicked, one of my favorite Broadway plays. And then when I was 12 is when I transitioned over to country vocals officially out in Nashville, Tennessee, with Renee Grant Williams, who I am proud to say is still my vocal coach now for the past 7 years, I think now. And I have taken at Marywood University here locally. I started out, I had 2 different vocal coaches there, so I have always been trained. I am continue to be trained. I personally think that's something that's very important that I like to keep on top of, learning, different techniques and warm-ups and keeping on top of breathing and all of that. That's really important to me as a singer. Ron S., what's the furthest city from home you have performed in? Currently, the furthest city from home is Nashville. When we played during CMA Fest, we're actually going to be going back down the end of the month. I hope to broaden that within 2016. Hope to maybe even get over to the West Coast. We'll see if we can make that possible. Paul K., how much do you really enjoy singing on a big stage? Words can never describe how much I really love singing on a big stage. When we have the opportunity to go on the bigger stages and perform in front of bigger crowds that are really into it, that is what I love most. Don't get me wrong, I love singing whether there's one person in the crowd or 20,000, but those bigger stages, it's just an amazing feeling. It really is, and this is what I love to do. So when I get to see people connecting so well in the audience to my different songs and to myself and the band, it's really a big part of what I do. And so to say that I really enjoy singing on a big stage is totally an understatement. I really do love it. It means a lot to me when we get to step on some bigger stages. Lynn S., how long does it take you to create a song? Well, that's a very diverse question. Sometimes, I've written a song in 15 minutes. I have taken a few days to finish a song. It really just depends. Sometimes if I'm co-writing, we can hammer it right out right then and there. Sometimes when I'm by myself, like I said, I've written songs in 15 minutes, but there's also times where I have to kind of put one song down, come back to it, put it down again, come back to it. So it really differs. It depends on my mood, what I'm writing about, so. Joan A., do you have any rituals or lucky charms you always do or have on you when you perform? Well, something that is kind of my thing is I always like to wear something red, whether it be, you know, a piece of, like a bracelet, a necklace, whatever that may be. My nails are painted red, whatever, shirt, top. I always like to have something red on me. That's just been a thing for quite a few years now. Latricia K, what's your favorite song? That's a really tough question. I think that's like the toughest one out of all of them. I really, really, really love Lee Bryce's new song, That Don't Sound Like You. That is, I think, currently one of my favorites. But I have so many. The list goes on and on. I could just be here all night talking about that. But we'll go with that one for now because that's my current favorite. Let's see. Joelle B. Do you enjoy any other musical genres other than country? I do. Country is my main love, obviously, but something that a lot of people don't know is I actually really love like classic 80s rock. Aerosmith, you know, Def Leppard, Journey, who else? Like REO Speedwagon, I love them as well. Styx, absolutely love them. Aerosmith, I don't know if I said Aerosmith or not, but Bon Jovi. I am a total like classic rock 80s junkie, so yes, I do love musical genres other than country, and I'm really open to all genres. I mean, you know, pop, classics, anything like that. I'll pretty much listen to anything, but obviously country is my main love to sing, of course. C. Clayton T. I plan to move to Nashville soon to try to make it in the music side of business. Any advice? Well, I think my main advice would be to make as many connections as you possibly can. That has been my thing. The first time I went to Nashville, I was 12 with my parents, and I'm now 19, and just every year since, the main thing is making connections. You know, for me, that's songwriters, that's meeting producers, that's meeting other friends in the business, other songwriters, people who have made it to where I want to be in the business, people who are on the same journey as I am, vocal coach, anybody who can teach you something. Make a connection with them. It's huge, huge, huge. Make as many connections. Now, you said that you want to make it in the music side of the business, so I'm not sure if you're talking of, like, you want to be in, like, the business side of the music industry. I don't know if we got mixed up in our words, or if you're saying you want to be a musician. Either way, I think it's the same. If you're talking about business side, I would say definitely go and do some internships, different things like that. But if you're talking about the music side, connections, 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 and just keep doing what you love, you know? Abby C, do you ever want to go on tour? Absolutely. That is like one of my biggest dreams, is to definitely go on tour, not only nationwide, but I've always wanted to do like a European tour, go to Australia. I have a lot of great fans out in the Netherlands too, which is so cool. They tweet to me every now and then. So yes, I do very much so want to go on tour. I think I can speak for my band too, that they would love to go on tour as well. So hopefully that is in the future somewhere, even like an East Coast kind of tour. We're trying to get some things together, so be watching for us. And I think I'm going to do my last one for the night here. Clay H. My daughter's in the studio doing a CD, and she is 14. How long should I wait to take her on the road to sing? She wants to do it now, but I'm not so sure. Well, you said she's 14. Like I said, I've been doing this professionally since I'm 9. A big thing I would think, advice that I still get, that I've always gotten, is you have to be known, obviously, you know, in the area where you're from. So I would say just keep on getting as many kind of gigs, shows, whatever you can in your local area, and keep on singing, doing what you love. Keep writing, keep learning. Connections, again, you know, keep on making those connections. And if you eventually, I'm not sure where you're from, but, you know, if you're from Pennsylvania, get as many things as you can in PA. And then make it, you know, if your goal is to perform in Jersey, let's just say a little bit out of PA, well, you know, then a little bit down the road, think of some places in Jersey that you want to go, and keep making small steps like that, you know. But as long as, you know, your daughter is loving it, I totally encourage you to encourage her. my parents are my #1 fans and always have been, and that's a great asset for myself. And so I encourage you to keep encouraging your daughter as well, you know, as much as my parents encourage me. So I hope I answered everyone's questions. Like I said, I chose 11 of them tonight. We are going to keep on doing these Q&As. I really enjoy them because, you know, you guys mean a lot to me as my fans, and any way that I can learn more about you, you can learn more about me, I think that brings us all closer together. So I really look forward to doing more of these types of things. And Nash Next too, you guys. If you haven't signed up yet, please go on and do so. It's nashnextcountry.com/band/Dani-elle. That's how you can kind of get to mine a little quicker. Sign up, listen to our songs. We made it into this next round, which I'm so excited about, and we actually have to cover either an Ariana Grande song or a Justin Bieber song. So, what do you think we'll do? Do a little bit of Justin Bieber, a little bit of Ariana Grande. Well, I don't know. We'll see. We're just going to have to surprise you guys. But we're going to be recording that through Periscope, actually, probably either this weekend or early next week. I'm not quite sure yet. But we're excited about that. The band and I are going to kind of put a little twist on that. And we have a lot of fun stuff going on, so I encourage you guys to come along and, you know, be a part of all of this. I really enjoyed reading your questions. And like I said, we can make this a ritual thing if you guys keep on sending those questions in. So even if you don't see me post about it and you have a question for me, you know, like I said, you could DM it to me if you don't want anybody else to read it, or you can simply, you know, tweet it to me, comment on my Facebook. Whatever you guys want to do, I'm totally an open book. So I appreciate all of your support, and I appreciate you coming along for this musical journey with me. So I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday night here, and just keep on sending in your questions, and I hope that you guys keep on supporting me as well and everything. Keep on enjoying the music. Sending all positive vibes and everything good your way, and for a great night. Have a great night, guys.
Yay!